मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्. नमः सर्वेभ्यः. We have seen two stutis now. Both were in the first skandha, one from Kunti and the other from Bhishma. Now we move on to the greatest of devotees of Bhagavan, Prahlada. This comes in the 7th skandha of Srimad Bhagavata. Almost the whole of the skandha is devoted to Prahlada Charitra. So there are two skandhas which are completely devoted to one Charitra. The 10th skandha, Dashama skandha, being devoted completely to Krishna's Charitra. Similarly, the 7th skandha is completely devoted to Prahlada Charitra. That is the importance given to Prahlada as the most ideal of devotees. I had already mentioned previously that Narada is a guru to many of the devotees in Bhagavatam. Across Bhagavatam, we see Narada is the guru. In Prahlada's case also that holds good, that Narada is the guru for Prahlada also. But it is very unique that he was the guru before the birth of Prahlada. Even while Prahlada was in the womb of his mother Kayadhu, Narada gave him the Atma Vidya. And hence, this Prahlada surpasses even his guru in bhakti towards Bhagavan. And hence, even in the list of devotees of Bhagavan, Prahlada takes the first position. And the list goes as Prahlada, Narada, Parashara, Pundarika. So Prahlada comes even before Narada. Usually we say when a guru teaches the shishya should surpass the guru, and that would make the guru extremely happy. And that is especially the case with Prahlada, where his devotion is unparalleled. And that's why Bhattatri also calls him the ideal among devotees, an exemplary devotee. Among your devotees, he was the exemplary devotee. And we all have heard the story many a times that Hiranyakashipu was killed by Narasimha, and Bhagavan took that avatara for the sake of Prahlada. So after Hiranyakashipu is killed, that wrath of Bhagavan, that anger that is there, that doesn't subside so easily. And everybody is so scared or so difficult to approach him. All Brahma and other devas are the ones who have gone and asked Bhagavan for such a rupa. They went on asking. And then now they are feeling scared to approach Bhagavan. Nobody has ever seen such a ferocious form of Narayana. And each one standing at different corners, they are all praising Bhagavan. So this stuti is in the 9th adhyaya. In the 8th adhyaya, if we see, each of the various ganas, first it starts with Brahma, then Shiva, then the devas, then many devas separately and few together, in the yakshas, then nagas, then kim purushas. All these people, each one they do a stuti. That is also uniqueness of Narasimha Avatara, where each gana is doing a separate stuti to Narasimha. And after all this, none of them is able to approach close to this ferocious form. And then Brahma calls out to Prahlada and he says, you go approach. Mahavishnu has taken this form for your sake, so you go approach. This young boy, he has no fear. He sees Bhagavan in everything, and that is how he was able to stay fearless in front of his own father, where the devas used to tremble. So if he is able to stand in front of Hiranyakashipu and boldly proclaim that my strength and your strength comes from Mahavishnu, then this ferocious form of the Lord also does not disturb him, does not create the least amount of fear in his heart. So hence Prahlada approaches Bhagavan as a child would approach the father. And as soon as he approaches, Bhagavan comes towards him and keeps his hand on his head. So that is what we see in the picture here. And hence I chose this picture where Bhagavan gives that Abhaya Hasta on Prahlada's head. As soon as he does that, Bhagavan keeps him on his own lap. And then Prahlada, not knowing how to do stuti of Bhagavan, he says, I might not be capable enough. He doubts himself. He says, am I capable to even... See, all these various great people here have done the stuti, have praised Bhagavan. What will I praise you? What kind of stuti will I do? I am nobody in front of these people. And then he also lists reason why. Okay, they all great people have done. Still, I might also be able to say a few words in your praise. And that is how this Prahlada Stuti begins. The first 5 verses are Prahlada. First he doubts himself and then he says, it's okay, I can also do a stuti of Bhagavan. We do not need any special capability. All we need is bhakti. And to begin this Prahlada Stuti, the commentator Sridhara, he writes a small shloka. That is the importance of the stuti. So for all stutis or everything we won't see. Whenever a commentator is giving a commentary on a particular text, if that chapter or that portion is extremely important, they themselves will write a Mangala shloka there. I mean, they will write a shloka that introduces that section of the passage. So here, the commentator Sridhara, he writes a verse, he says, Swasminneva samasteshu tat kripamrita drishtaye Prahlada Stuti sat padyaihi dvichatvarimshata harim. So with 42 verses, dvichatvarimshata means 42 verses, Prahlada praises Bhagavan. He does the stuti of Hari. Why does he do the stuti? So that just like Prahlada got this Kripamrita Drishti, that vision of Bhagavan filled with that compassion, nectar of compassion, just like it was there towards him, similarly it should fall on everybody. That nectarine vision, that nectarine sight of Bhagavan, may it fall on everyone. For that sake, with that compassion, Prahlada is making this stuti towards Bhagavan. Swasminniva samasteshu. So in the first 5 verses he begins. Today we have seen 4 verses. We will see each of the 4 verses in detail now. So the first verse began as usual as Prahlada Uvacha. Prahlada says this. What does he say? Just as we saw now, Brahmadayaha Suraganaha Munayaha Atha Siddhaha. Brahma and other all the Devatas. Suragana means the host of Devas that are there. And the various Munis. Muni means those who do lot of penance. They are called as Muni. Manana Shilaha. Those who are always immersed in austerity and penance, they are called as Muni. Siddhas are Jnanis. They have already attained self-realization. Those kind of Siddha. So all these people, what are they? They are all Sattvaikatana Matayaha. Sattva means in that Sattva Guna, they have, their buddhi is firmly established there. Their minds are established in Sattva Guna only. They are also pure by their sadhana itself. Sattve ekasmin tana. Tana means vistara. That means it is, their mind is spread only in Sattva Guna. Or here Sattva can also mean Dharma, Tapas and Dhamma, etc. Those who are only in that Adhyatmika Marga, those kind of people, who these Brahmadi, Suragana, Munaya, Munis, Siddhas, all these people with a flood of words, they have all done their stutis. So he uses this phrase, idiom called flood of words there with so many words. They are all great in vocabulary. They are all so well learned. They know how to do stutis. They know how to speak with you. See, speaking with a person in the position, that also requires a certain skill. Only if you are used to it, you can do it very well. So, vachasam pravahihi, with a flood of words, they have been doing stuti. But even then, it is not enough. That flourish of words that they have used is not enough. Na aradhitum purugunaihi adhunapi pipruhu. Aradhana, they have not been able to do this aradhana, meaning they have not been able to propitiate you even now completely. Pipruhu means purnaha. Fully they have not been able to describe and propitiate you, worship you. Because then, when they themselves have not been able to do that, oh Hari, I am from an Ugra Jati. Ugra means something that is terrible or ferocious. Why? My father is Hiranyakashipu. We are all from Asura Vamsha, Daitya Vamsha. Naturally, we are of tamasic quality. Rajas and tamas are more in ourselves. They are all filled with sattva guna, and they have not been able to worship you or do aradhana in the right manner. What will I do? Me ugra jatehe, I who have been born in the Asura Vamsha, how will I be able to please you? How will I be able to praise you? Toshtum kim toshtum arhati katham toshtum arhami. That is the meaning. How will I be able to praise you? How can I please you? He asked like this. So this is the first he asked himself, is it even worth doing this? And then he says, it's okay. Because Bhagavan does not see, he is not worried about the race of this person. He is not worried about whose son he is. That is not what Bhagavan is looking for. And with that in mind, Prahlada continues, he says, Manye, I think that is not necessary. It's okay. It's okay that I am from Ugra Jati. What Bhagavan looks for is very different. It is very different from all the qualities that Prahlada is going to mention. And he mentions 12 different qualities. Dhana, Abhijana, Rupa, Tapaha, Shruta, Vojaha, Tejaha, Prabhava, Bala, Paurusha, Buddhi, Yogaha. So 12 different qualities he maintains. He mentions. So Dhana refers to wealth, opulence. You have a lot of wealth, you think you can do a lot of things. The more wealth, the more bank balance I have, then I can purchase a lot of things, I can have a lot of power. Abhijana, this is also very important. One born in a very noble family or whatever, your family already gives you a certain status in the society. You begin at some position. Depending upon the family, the status in the society is well known. So that is Abhijana. Wherever you are born, that has a lot of weight, usually in the material world. Then Rupa, the beauty, how good they look. Tapaha, the austerity, the penance that they have put in. Shruta is learning. Whatever they have learned, whether it be scriptural study, all other learnings. Ojaha. Ojaha means Indriya Naipunam, says the commentator. Meaning all the senses are working at their fullest. They have very keen sense. Whether it be eyes, ears, nose, whatever. It's a keen sense. That is Ojaha. Then there is Tejaha. Tejaha is a splendor. It is a certain quality where you are, it's like a charisma. You see a person, then you are immediately attracted. That is the Tejaha. Then Prabhava. Prabhava is influence. That kind of prowess that they have. Whatever they say, that happens. Or they have so many people under control that whatever they say, it can be carried out. That is Prabhava. Then Bala. Bala is bodily strength itself. One who is powerful. Then Paurusha. Raw strength is not enough. You need skill for that. You need skill how to use the strength, where and when to use the strength. That is Paurusha. Then Buddhi, intelligence, and Yoga. Yoga is Ashtanga Yoga. All these 12 qualities may be present in one person. So many such qualities are there in the world. And for each of this, we can take various examples. But each of this quality is important in this material world, no doubt. But they are not aradhanaya na bhavanti. They are not enough to propitiate you. If they are not used for your propitiation, then they are of no use. Na aradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumsaha. Of the Supreme Being, this is of no use showing it in front of Him. Showing that I am in the greatest of positions, it is no use. When you go to the temple, everybody is equal. In front of the Bhagavan, whether you come from the poorest of poor backgrounds or the richest of rich backgrounds, in Bhagavan's vision, you are the same. Materially, people might look at you differently. But Bhagavan is looking only for bhakti. And therefore, these are not necessary for worship of Bhagavan. Not enough to propitiate Him. Bhaktya tutosha Bhagavan. So that Gajendra, Gajayuthapa, he did not have any of this. He did not have Dhana, Abhijana, Rupa, nothing. You could say he had some Bala, Paurusha and all that. And among the elephants he would have had some of this. But it was that bhakti for which Bhagavan came. With the bhakti, Gajendra called out, Bhaktya tutosha Bhagavan Gajayuthapaya. Yuthapa, Yutha means a group. Yuthapa means leader of the group. So Gajayuthapa means that leader of the group who was there. Gajayuthapaya Bhaktya tutosha Bhagavan. This Bhagavan was very happy because of for having when the elephant gave him that lotus that elephant offered to him. So even for an animal, Bhagavan would be attracted if there is devotion. Bhaktya tutosha Bhagavan Gajayuthapaya. He continues, he says in the next verse also, that is okay. I will tell you, in humans itself, a Brahmana who is born in a traditional family, who has good learning, Viprad Dvishat Gunayutat. Dvishat means 12. Those 12 qualities which were aforementioned in the previous verse. A Brahmana might have been endowed with all those 12 qualities. It is possible. But if he does not have an iota of devotion towards your lotus feet, Aravindanabha, Aravinda means lotus. Aravindanabha is one who has lotus in his navel. Padaravinda Vimukhat. He is disinterested, or he does not have any devotion towards your lotus feet. He has no bhakti. That means he might be highly learned, he might know all the Shastras, very good at debating, very good at understanding the keenness, very deep understanding of various granthas. If that bhava mandala, if that emotion towards Bhagavan does not come, if that bhakti towards Bhagavan is not there, all that is just vyartha. Aravindanabha padaravinda vimukhat. Then this Brahmana, more than him, Shvapacham varishtham. A Shvapacha. Shva means dog. Pachana is to cook. Those who eat dog meat, a chala, he is far greater. Maybe in the society he is looked down upon. But that person is far greater. When would he become far greater? Tadarpitamano vachane hitartha pranam. When he surrenders all his actions to Bhagavan, his mind, his speech, his actions, desires, and his whole life itself, his prana itself is surrendered. Manaha, vachana, ihita. Ihita we have seen multiple times. Ihita means actions. Artha is whatever desire, whatever possessions you have, all that you give at the feet of Bhagavan, and even your whole life you give. Then that manye, What do I consider? Prahlada says, I consider that he has redeemed his whole race. His whole lineage is redeemed. Punati sakulam. His whole kula is purified. Nadu bhurivanaha. Not the other, not this Brahmana who has this pride that I have learned so much. We see this in various stories of the Mahatmas, where one who is high born or one who has a lot of learning, when they come in front of devotion, devotion always wins. There is no doubt there. Learning in this world is just an intellectual pursuit. If somebody has good intellect, they can learn very well. But that bhakti towards Bhagavan is an altogether different pursuit. And we pray to Bhagavan that he grants us such a bhakti. Punati sakulam natu bhurimanaha. So this Brahmana with so much pride, he will not be able to redeem his lineage. Rather, that Shvapacha would be able to do that. Same thing, this Dvishat guna that is mentioned here, these 12 gunas, there are many different variations of these 12 gunas. The commentator gives a couple. I will mention one of those, the other 12 gunas, because it refers especially to a Brahmana here. The previous 12 gunas might not always apply in the traditional sense. Because in the traditional sense, a Brahmana is not for bodily strength or prowess, he is not very well known. Rather, a Brahmana's duty is different. Therefore, dharmascha, satyancha, damastapascha, amatsaryam hri stitiksha anasuya, yajnascha danancha dhidishrutancha, vratani vai dvadasha brahmanasya. So this is given by Sanat Sujata in Mahabharata, where he gives 12 qualities of Brahmana. Our commentator says this is also probably what Prahlada is referring to. Dharma, truth, is Satyam. Dhamma is a certain control and purity, both inner and outer purity. Having bath every day, all this is outer purity. Being clean outside is outer purity. Inner purity is having control of your senses, etc. So that is Dhammaha. Then Tapaha is again austerity. Amatsaryam. This is very much important. Matsarya is a quality of competitiveness, which is seems to be very well rewarded in the current world, especially in the corporate world and so on, where you have to compete, you have to come first, you have to push the other person down, only then you will be rewarded. We see this many times while you're standing in a queue. You want to go first, you cut in the queue, you somehow go first, you push. If there is a crowd, you somehow push, get something. Non-competitiveness is staying back everywhere. I want to be the last. Whatever it is, let me be the last. How does it matter? Amatsaryam. This is very difficult. This is extremely important for a person on the Adhyatmika Marga. Maybe in the material world, you have to be competitive to get what you want. But in the Adhyatma Marga, you have to give up that competitiveness completely. That you want to be first. You should always want to be last. Even in bhakti, that's how the devotees ask, may I not be the greatest of bhaktas? I want to be your bhaktas bhakta. Even there you give up mana, that matsarya. Absolutely no competitiveness. No rat race. That amatsaryam hrihi is a feeling of shyness or guilt for committing mistakes. Nowadays we see people are, when you want to commit something atrocious, or if you already committed something atrocious also, defend it so ferociously. Vehemently they defend their stance. Whenever you commit a mistake, you should feel that guilt, oh, I have committed this mistake, and a certain amount of repentance. That is why Shri is necessary. That cannot be lost at all. So that feeling of guilt whenever you commit a mistake. Tidiksha, forbearance. Come what may, I will bear it. Each of this can be dealt with in so much detail. Each of this quality has to be imbibed in our lives. And anasuya, no envy against any other person, whatever they possess, whatever position they are in, I will not be jealous of them. Then yajna, do your duties, whatever is there for you. Dhanam, charity, give as much as you can. Dhritihi, you take a decision, hold on to that decision. Be steadfast in your principles. Be a very principled person. Shrutam, learn well. And vratani. Vratani is disciplines. Various disciplines that you take. All kinds of disciplines come under vratani. These 12, vratani vai dvadasha brahmanasya. So dharma, satya, dama, tapa, amatsaryam, hrihi, titiksha, anasuya, yajna, dana, dhriti, shrutam. All these are disciplines. Discipline is not a separate quality. All these are like a discipline. Each one has to be in discipline. Vratani vai dvadasha brahmanasya. So, what is Prasad telling here? That Brahmana might have all these 12 qualities. These are not enough. If he does not have devotion to you, O Bhagavan, then these are of no use. That bhakti is necessary. It is like a thread that should be there behind all of these. He continues. Naivatmanah prabhurayam nijalabha purnaha. This Prabhu, O Bhagavan, you are nijalabha purna. You are self-fulfilled. You are self-realized. What is the necessity for you to have any kind of worship at all? Why should people worship you when you are fulfilled? Why should we worship? Or any worship, why do you want? You are nijalabha purna. You are completely self-satisfied with your own realization. Janat avidushaha manam. Manam means again puja, worship, some kind of honor. From an ignorant person, all this honor that they do, great puja that they do, if that bhakti is not there behind, if it is only a show, naiva atmanaha vrinite. You do not want it for your own sake. You do not solicit for your own sake. Because you are completely fulfilled. What is the necessity? They give you dhupa, deepa, pushpa, archana, naivedya. None of this is necessary for you. You do not ask for it. But what? Karunaha vrinite. That vrinite again you should take. First time you should say naiva vrinite. You don't ask for these at all. But out of compassion, you accept. When you take vrinite a second time, you say you accept it out of compassion. Whatever a devotee gives to you. Yadyajjano bhagavate vidadhitamanam. Whatever this person comes with, whatever kind of honor he gives into you, whatever patra, pushpa, phalam, whatever small thing he can give to you out of bhakti, vidadhita manam. Vidadhita means he does it. A person who performs that manam, that honor that he gives, tacha atmani. So here, for your own self, for his own self, he is giving. How we see it? A beautiful analogy here. Pratimukhasya yatha mukhashrihi. A person standing in front of the mirror can look at his face only in the mirror. He cannot see the face on his own self. He can see only the mirror face. Because he can see only the face on the mirror, whatever beautification he wants to do to his face, whether it is keeping kumkuma, applying makeup or whatever, you do not do it to the face on the mirror. You do not apply the things on the mirror. You apply it to your own face. And then the reflection is seen in the mirror. It seems like a very foolish thing to say that we don't apply it on the mirror. But that is what we are all doing. Why do we worship Bhagavan? Bhagavan is the Mukha. He is the original substance. What we are looking at is all of us are reflections. We saw this analogy in the previous class also in a different context. So, if you want to become better, then you do this archana to Bhagavan, who is the Mukha. When the Mukha gets that archana, the pratimukha automatically becomes better. So mukha shrihi, shrihi means the glory or beauty of the mukha that is there. As it increases, pratimukhasya naturally increases. We are all pratimukha, Bhagavan is the mukha. Whatever is given to him directly reflects to us and immediately increases our capability. Pratimukhasya yatha mukhashrihi. Just as a mirror reflects the beauty of the face, similarly the worship of Bhagavan immediately reflects in this person's mental calmness. When you worship Bhagavan, so what happens here? It is that bhava mandala that is there. You are worshipping Bhagavan in that mandala, in that devotional space, and therefore you are purifying your own self. Bhagavan does not require this. You are purifying your own self. Pratimukhasya yatha mukhashrihi. So may we all purify our own selves by surrendering ourselves to that Supreme Being, to that Paramapurusha, to Bhagavan Narayana. In this Navaratri, may we surrender ourselves to that Devi. Namasarvebhyaha. We will continue in the next week, same Saturday. Punaha Shanivasare Milamaha Drakshayamaha. Namo Namasarvebhyaha. Okay, if you have a couple of questions, we can take. I'll just see in the chat there are already a couple of questions. Please show Paya. Okay, there was a mistake. Gaja Yutha Paya only, not Yaya. I think I corrected in both places while chanting and while doing this. Okay, let's keep the question short today since it is Navaratri. Kal Krishnan Mahodaya.
Yeah, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
I got a couple of quick questions,
Yes.
somewhat related to what you're talking about. These 12 qualities you're talking about,
Yes.
are they also spread out in the Bhagavad Gita? I think they are, but can you quickly tell us where can you find those 12 qualities?
Yeah. For example, Bhagavad Gita, again, qualities are talked about in many places. In the 18th chapter, many times these are repeated. For the Brahmana, it is said again, the Kshamodamas tapashaucham kshantirarjavamevacha. Again, the commentator also quotes a very similar shloka from elsewhere, I think from some other smriti he quotes it. Kshamodamas tapashaucham Arjava, something else he quotes from elsewhere. So all these qualities are mentioned there also. Again, there for all the four varnas it is mentioned, and Yajna, Dana, Tapas is mentioned for all the varnas, and those are the qualities, material qualities that are mentioned. Other bhakti, other qualities are mentioned for the jnani, for the sthita prajna, for a gunatita. Across chapters they are repeatedly mentioned.
Yeah, I mean I've read the Gita many times, and they're kind of spread around.
Gita, especially if you want to take quality, something that we can put in our life, we have to go to the 13th chapter. There are 20 commandments, starting with amanitvam, adambhitvam. That is applicable across, and for any adhyatma marka, that is applicable. Starting with
actually, that's what I'm going to talk about in the church in chapter 13.
Panchanadam Mahodaya.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaste.
So again, this is fantastic. Prahlada Charitram is one of the fascinating stories of how.
Yes, tell me. Yeah.
So Prahlada story is very, very interesting in very several aspects. So your presentation is very good. Among the 12 qualities, Amatsaryam is like a non-competitiveness, right?
Correct.
But in Arthashastra, he says Amatyaha means minister. So the minister is somebody who has to give advice without competing. I mean, how do they go together? Amatyaha is what he's using.
No. Both the roots of the words are very different. Here, Matsarya is the word. There, Amatyaha is not an. Here, Na Matsaryam, Amatsaryam. There is no Nakara before Amatya. There, the word root for Amatya is different. There, it is a minister. So, they are two unrelated words.
And then these 12 qualities you described very well in Bhagavad Gita and scattered throughout the chapter. 13th is very good.
Okay.
In spite of all these things, still humans are having this conflict. They are not able to manage it. So why is it so? I was going to ask the question in Arthashastra also. He says, you are talking about rules and regulations. There's always a tendency for people to be disorderly or tend to be coveted. Okay. So is there Is it because of Maya or something? I mean, why is it?
No, we cannot put all the blame on Maya. We have to have our own Purusha Prayatna for that. That is a very nice answer. Maybe I will take it separately and we can speak. This is not an Upaniyasa where I can delve into a little more detail about those things. But what you're saying is correct. We have to put in our Abhyasa. Hence, Bhagavan says, Abhyasena to Kaunteya. What you require is a disciplined practice.
Shrutam cha vratani.
Yes. So
I'm
that
hearing
is
some
what. Yes.
cross talking. So yeah, that's very beautiful. I think this chapter is for me particularly. It is very
Yeah,
appealing.
this Stuti is going to be extremely deep. Prahlada Stuti is, I had actually planned on doing this at the end, but then our team gave me this slides earlier, so we started with this. It is also good that it is now as the Madhyamani. So two Stutis we have completed. Madhyamani is Prahlada Stuti. We have 2 more Stutis to go.
Yeah, wonderful story. Thank you very much for teaching this.
Anjali Gupta, now you can unmute. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev.
Hare
Dandavat.
Krishna.
Gurudev, first thing, like ye PDF, these PDFs should be shared earlier hand, na? Like Prahlada Stuti. If I have PDF, I could have done better than this I'm doing today. Like, and in this Bhishma Stuti, I missed the 40, 1940, I missed to write. And moreover, Gurudev, I couldn't join the class last session. Now it was like I tried.
That is okay. See, all these slides are also available. Like last time I showed on the website, the slides are immediately available. Maybe the script as a PDF document takes some time, but the slides are completely available as soon as the like 1 or 2 days after the class. The day after tomorrow, they will all be uploaded.
Okay.
So they are all available. So please go through the slides and you can write it down. And that is why if you have a Bhagavata book, it should not be a problem at all.
Actually, Gurudev, that contemplation, the notes you are giving that are all very important, and I wanted to hear the meanings in class only from you only, like
Correct. I understand. So if by mistake you missed the class recordings are available. So please go ahead with the class recordings.
But like today also I could join after 10 minutes. I tried. Then I called somebody like I'm not able to join. Then
See,
like
one thing I will tell, when I start the class, you will get an email. So you can click the link directly from the email and usually it will open on the app that you people who are familiar.
click from Gurudev, when I click from email, it takes me to the website, and the
Correct.
website it shows a live class down. When we click
Correct.
live now, there
Yes.
is one button up.
Join
Okay.
now.
Join now. I click
Yes.
that, and then there a window opens up which pops
Yes.
up window.
Correct.
It comes up with okay. When I
Yes.
put okay, it goes back to the website. It is
Okay,
not going.
that you please talk with our customer. Depending on your device, there might be some pop-up, something that you have to block. All these are technical, some impediments are there. We are always working to make the user this thing
Apple
smoother.
MacBook. I'm joining from Apple MacBook.
Okay. In Apple especially, there are some pop-ups that have to be blocked. Then the thing will become a little straightforward.
Then Gurudev, I miss my class. I feel very bad.
And
Namaste.
Namaste.
I have written in the chat, but I think you are busy. In the Gita press, I have Prahlada's name is written Prahlada.
Yeah. That is usually how it is in Gita press. That Ralayor Abhedaha. In many of the Gita press, it is given as Prahlada. We will stick with Prahlada. Both are, it is not wrong also. We will stick with the Lakar.
Oh, because it is the first time I hear Prahlada.
Yes. Anybody first time they see the Gita press that happens, it is Ralayor Abheda. Both Ra and La can be used interchangeably in this case. The more widely known is Prahlada.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Varsha.
Namaste, Gurudev.
Namaste.
Thank you so much. It's just a quick question I wanted to ask. The verse that you mentioned, 12 qualities, is that verse available anywhere in the book?
The verse is available. So see, both verse number 9 gives the 12 qualities. It gives a list of 12 qualities, and verse number 10 refers to them. Oh, this verse you are asking. This is not from Bhagavata.
Yeah,
This is from the commentary of the
is
Bhagavata.
that a special commentary from someone you showed.
The commentary is available on archive.org. It is fully in Sanskrit commentary. If you are well versed, if you can read Samskrita in this thing, you are welcome.
Where can I get that?
You can just Google Sridhariya commentary for Bhagavatam. It is available on archive. Yeah, Sridhariyam.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that should be available on the web, dashboard.
Yes,
also.
it is. It is available. I know.
Okay.
The
Thank
whole
you so much.
work is available as a PDF. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
धन्यवाद. नमः सर्वेभ्यः. अग्रिमशनिवासरे पुनर्मिलामः. नमो नमः.